the first thing that popped into your mind when you clicked on this video and you saw my face was, wait, I thought this was a video on testosterone. What did this guy know about testosterone? He looks like he's 5 years old. I know a lot more than you think, and I know a lot more than probably everyone I know thinks, but maybe a couple people. Okay, now sure, I'm not 25 years old. I don't have a ton of experience with increasing my testosterone and everything. I don't have high testosterone because, I mean, look at me. But so I'm not gonna act like I have a bunch of experience with testosterone, because obviously I don't. But do you know what I do have experience with? Learning. So to learn something, it only has to be from the experience of someone, and it has to be like credible and legit. So I haven't taken any blood tests to see how many nanograms per deciliter of testosterone I have. I haven't taken any blood tests. I don't actually know how much testosterone I have. But what I have done is researched a ton about this topic, because it's a lot more important than we think. So if it's important to me, then it should probably be important to you. This topic's a lot more important than even you think. So yeah, you clicked on this video because you care about your testosterone. You're like, oh, I want to be a man and stuff and everything. You want to increase your testosterone, but it's actually a lot more important than even you think. And even you know it's important, because you wouldn't have clicked on this video if you didn't think it was important. And it's a lot more important than even you think. So, even though you may be thinking, testosterone's really important to me. So, I mean, obviously, if testosterone is important, obviously, since you clicked on this video, testosterone is important to you. But the thing is, it may be a lot more important than you think right now. Even right now, but it may be a lot more important than you think. Not only is testosterone important for muscle building and, being more of a man, but if you want to have children at some point in your life, testosterone is extremely important for this. Testosterone is directly tied with fertility and reproductive health. So some things in this video will directly affect fertility, and so not only is this video about increasing testosterone, but it's also about increasing fertility. But they're very closely tied, and so if your testosterone increases, so does your fertility, and if your testosterone decreases, so does your fertility, and your fertility increases, your testosterone. So they're very closely tied. So if you have low testosterone, there's less of a chance of you having a child. So it's a lot more important than you think. And the thing about, by the way, I just have my notes over here. That's why I'm looking over there. I'm not socially awkward or anything. So I'm not socially awkward or anything. I'm just looking at my notes over here. So if you want to have children at some point in your life, make sure you watch this video all the way through. Now, if you have to pause and go do something important, then fair enough. But make sure you watch this video to the end at some point. You can pause it and be done with it for now and stuff. You can watch 10 minutes today, 30 minutes tomorrow or something. But make sure you eventually watch it through to the end. Also, make sure you implement this stuff, because when you learn without actually taking action, the learning is useless. Now, learning is very important, and learning is like how you, learning is extremely important. It's very good for you. But if you don't actually take action and like actually implement the things that you just learned, that learning is essentially wasted. Because you're not doing anything about it. You're just getting more dopamine from, of the person speaking to you. So if you don't even implement this, it's basically like scrolling on TikTok. If you don't actually implement this stuff that I'm teaching you, if you don't even try to do, if you don't even try to, fair enough if you try and, it didn't really work or something, or you're not able to do it, then fair enough. But, if you didn't even try to implement it, then just click off the video, honestly. If you're not even gonna use this advice that I'm telling you, then there's no point in even watching this video. It's just another waste of time, because this learning that you're gonna be doing in this video, if you actually watch it, it's meant for you to actually do something about your life with, not just to watch it, and go on with your regular day-to-day life. It's meant for you to actually do something about your life. So, if you're not implementing this stuff that I'm teaching you, I'm wasting my breath and my voice, so my throat gets so dry when I record these long type of videos, and I know my throat will get dry later. My throat gets so dry recording these. So if you're not even doing anything about the things I'm teaching you, then there's my throat is dry for no reason. My breath is wasted, my voice is wasted, because you didn't actually try and implement the things that I'm teaching you. And so, just, this video is not meant to be clickbait, to get views, to get money, to, etc. This video is not meant to be clickbait, just get views and likes and shit, but I'm making this video so I can genuinely help you, because I want to actually make, an impact on your life. I actually want to make an impact on your life so that you have the best life possible, and so you can actually improve your life. So, this isn't for clickbait, this isn't for views, this isn't for money or nothing. And, a lot of people say that, it's like, oh, I don't care about views, I don't care about I don't care about subscribers. Look at my subscriber count, 4, okay? I obviously don't care about subscribers. So I don't care about subscribers, I want to make an impact in the world. Shut up. Those people, I'm being for real. There's a lot of people that, cap and say, oh, I don't care about views, no, I don't care about my money, I just, I'm just doing this, for fun and shit. Most of them are lying. Now, some of them are, being the truth and stuff, but most of them are just lying when they say that. If you look at my subscriber count, look at my views, bro, I got 80 views this month, alright? No one is, you can't say I'm trying to, farm views and shit when I'm making this clickbait, I have 80 views this month, come on, bro. What do you think? Am I really, fucking farming views, bro? So if you're not even gonna at least try to do something about this video, then if you're not even going to try and do anything about this video, if you're just going to try and get more dopamine, then just click off this video, because this video is not for you if you don't actually, if you're just doing this for dopamine, getting the dopamine, brain stimulation. It's actually meant to change your life, alright? By the way, I don't try to teach people that don't want to be taught. I don't try to teach people that don't actually want to I'm only trying to teach those who already want to change and already want to change their life and get better at the things they do, learn new skills and everything. I'm trying to teach the people how to get better at the things that they want to get better at. If they want to, like, if you want to learn and if you want to improve your life and everything, then I'm teaching you. I got you, bro. But if you don't actually care, I'm not trying to teach the people who care. I'm not trying to teach the people, there are some people watching this video, probably not you, but there are some people maybe watching this video that are still here that are just like, they're not gonna even do anything about it. They're thinking in their mind, or they're just coping, they're saying like, probably not you, right? But there may be some people watching this right now, literally watching this right now, that are saying, they're coping in their mind, they're saying, oh yeah, I'll do this, this is easy, I got this, I'll implement this stuff, but that most of the people won't, like, our audience, like, we would probably, we would try and do our best to implement these things and try and get rid of the things that are decreasing our testosterone and everything, but there are going to be a good amount of people, if there's anyone watching this, that will not even do anything about it, that are still watching right now. So just make sure you just try to do these things, because it's so important. So anyway, sorry for the rant, because that was just important to get across, that just try and implement it. Sorry for the rant, but I just had to get that message across. So think about this. What is the single reason? What is the one single purpose, the one single reason that life exists? Like, why is life here? Like, why? What is the point? What is the purpose, the point of life? Go ahead. I'll let you think a little bit. It's to reproduce and pass on the bloodline. If you look at an insect's lifespan, there's literally, okay, I remember this from like years ago, where there's like this little bug called the mayfly, and they literally only have a lifespan of 24 hours, so once they like hatch out of their egg, they only live for 24 hours, so like, what do you think the mayfly does with its time? It only lives for 24 hours. What do you think the mayfly is doing with its time? It can only do one thing. What is its purpose? It has to do its purpose immediately, or else it's gonna die. So what is it doing? What do you think the mayfly is doing with its time? Do they sit around and fuck around doing stupid shit? No, because they become born, and as soon as they are able to, they lay their eggs, and then they just die. Literally, that's all they do, is just, like, have children, and they die. Like, they only live for 24 hours. The single purpose of this little mayfly is just to pass on their bloodline. They don't waste their time playing an hour video games a day. They only live for 24 hours. They don't waste their time doing stupid shit. I mean, they immediately, as soon as they can, do their purpose, because they'll just die, like, they're dying in a couple hours. Oh, I gotta lay my eggs, bro. Because that's their purpose. That's the point of life. To pass on your bloodline. Now, I sound like some spiritual, like, kind of weirdo or something, but, like, bro, if you really think about it, like, that's the purpose of life. And now, like, oh, what is this 12-year, what is 13-year, what does he know about this? I'm a lot more, okay, let's be honest, I'm a lot more mature than, like, almost every 13-year-old. So, like, let's be honest, I know, I'm not trying to be, like, egotistical or anything, because I've been working to, like, lower my ego and everything, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not the average 13-year-old. I don't I don't think the average, like, that 13-year-old way. Like, I'm a lot more mature than for my age, so I actually know, like, a lot about this stuff. I've done a lot of research, so yeah. Anyway, it may sound complicated for my age, like, oh, what this guy, you know, but I know a lot more for my age, and it's yeah, sure, maybe it's, like, super complicated for my age, but, like, that's because I've been doing a ton of research and everything, so, I mean, I may sound mature, like, for my age or something, like, there's no way this guy's 13 or something, but, I mean, I just think what you want to think, but this shit's true, so believe me or not, but I'm going to teach you this stuff because it's so important. I just want to pass on the message from what I've learned to you. So, these mayflies, they jump on their purpose as soon as they can, like they only have 24 hours to live. Because they only have 24 hours to live, they only have 24 hours to just complete their, like, sole thing that they're supposed to do, which is to pass on their bloodline. So the purpose of life is literally, like, if you just think about it for a second, like, that is literally the point of life, to pass on your bloodline. So if you're not even able to, you could say that's on you, but kind of isn't, because, you know, these modern inventions. We'll talk about everything later in this video, but it's the purpose of life, literally. And the lower your testosterone, the lower your fertility, the lower chance you have of completing the purpose of life. So it's so important. Now, obviously, testosterone is nice. Yes, you know, more manly and stuff, but it goes a lot more deeper. It goes much deeper than just testosterone. It's more about, yeah, sure, you know, it's about testosterone, you know, the video title is about testosterone, but it's the core thing that actually matters. Although, yeah, testosterone matters a lot. But the core thing that actually, like, super matters a lot more, even, like, more than testosterone, is passing on the bloodline, fertility, and everything. So it goes much deeper than testosterone, even though that's important, very important anyway. So, honestly, the things I talk about in this video, and some of the ways, you know, you increase your testosterone, and some of the ways I show you, you may think they're a bit extreme, and, you know, like, that's a bit extreme, bro, like, why would you need to do that? But is there anything too extreme for your, like, purpose of life? Is there anything too extreme for passing on the bloodline? Is there anything too extreme for trying to, like, higher your chances of being able to have children? Like, I don't think there's any. I honestly, you don't have to agree with me, but I don't think there's anything much. I don't think there's many things too extreme for this, because it's like the purpose of life. So don't be thinking, oh, why does this 2-year-old care about testosterone? Well, I care about my fucking purpose. So listen to me, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, alright? I've done, you don't even know how much research I've done on this. I'd say over 15 hours into this 1 hour long video that you can just watch right now for free here. I know what I'm talking, alright? And I care about my purpose, but I mean, I also care about testosterone, because so many men okay, this is a different topic, but so many men are becoming, like, feminine and depolarized and everything, but I'm one of the few, like, actually, like, people left that wants to become a real man, like, masculine and everything. So, yeah, I mean, it's important. Testosterone is very important to me, but definitely, like, fertility and the purpose of life and having children, because I actually want to have children sometime in my life, and if I can't, that would be detrimental. So I don't think there's anything too extreme, honestly. And I know a lot about this. I've researched a ton about it. So don't doubt that I like. Oh, what does he know? You know. So. Okay. So maybe you've watched a few videos, or maybe you've watched a lot. Maybe you've watched a lot of videos on this. You know, done a lot of research on the topic of testosterone, but you still have pretty low testosterone. Okay, maybe you've seen a few improvement. You're at 600, 700 nanograms per deciliter now instead of 500. But bro, our great-grandfathers were 2 to 3 times that in the 4 digits easily. They were easily over 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. The average testosterone today is 440 nanograms per deciliter. Well, look at the average person. Do you want to be like the average person? Working a shitty job they hate, depressed, fat, ugly, out of shape, lonely? Do you want to be the average person? I don't think so. Because people are like, oh, well, that's above average, bro. I want to be a way above average. I don't care. The average person, if you just visualize the average person in your mind, like, bro, I don't want to be like him, bro. I don't want to be a little bit better than him. Like, bro, I want to be way better than him, alright? Like, if you're... So, like... People are so... If you're watching this video, most likely you want to be way above the average person. So the average testosterone, you probably want to be in 4 digits, all right? So because our great grandfathers were in 4 digits testosterone. We probably want to be more like them, not like that guy. So. But you've already followed all the common advice is the problem, though. You've improved your sleep. You've stopped eating sugar. You stopped eating Burger King and this weird shit. You stopped drinking alcohol and everything. Like, bro, if you've been on self-improvement for a bit now, which most likely you have been if you're still like this far in the video, that's probably not a problem anymore. Like sugar and alcohol and bad sleep, you know, sleep 8 hours. That's probably not a problem for you anymore. If you've been on self-improvement for a good amount, for a little bit of time, you know, it's probably not a problem for you yet, like still. But your testosterone is still 600. So what's missing? There has to be something missing. There has to be like a piece missing from the puzzle. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly what that missing piece is. And because I think I know we have found it. There's a lot of evidence that we found the core, we found the missing puzzle piece. That you have been, like, wondering what this is all the time. You've been doing all this research. We have found this puzzle. There's evidence that we have found the missing piece of the puzzle. Now, you may think some of these things are weird, or, you know, it doesn't really matter, they're too hard, but, again, remember, is there anything too extreme for your life purpose? Is there really anything too extreme for your life purpose? Okay, you've been very impatient. Most likely you've been very impatient through this. It's a long sort of intro thing, but here's actually where we get into the meat. So, there are 2 different terms for things that decrease your testosterone. They're estrogenics and endocrine disruptors. First, to understand estrogenics, you need to understand estrogen. Estrogen is just like a hormone that's naturally found in your body. Testosterone is the main steroid hormone found in males, but the main one in women is estrogen. So we have testosterone, women have estrogen. But males do have a little bit of estrogen, and females have a little bit of testosterone. So, when males have too high estrogen, which is what is starting to happen to the world, they become more feminine, and then their testosterone decreases, and then their fertility decreases with that as well. So, estrogenics are basically just substances and chemicals and hormones that act like estrogen in your body. So essentially, they are estrogen. So essentially, if you come in contact or consume or whatever with these estrogenics, you will slowly have higher estrogen, lower testosterone, lower fertility, and everything. So these things are bad. But endocrine disruptors are these weird chemicals, usually man-made, that literally block the endocrine system from trying to block the endocrine system from doing its job. And the endocrine system's job is making these testosterone, estrogen, and producing sperm. So basically how a woman gets pregnant is if the sperm fertilizes the egg, basically. So if you have bad sperm, then you have bad fertility. So fertility, if you have low fertility, that basically means you have low sperm, your sperm is bad or something. So estrogenics just increase estrogen and decrease testosterone. So it indirectly affects your sperm, although it still affects it, but indirectly. But some of them, the thing with estrogenics though is that some of them can actually be pretty healthy for women. For some foods that are estrogenic for us are actually pretty decent, pretty good for women, actually pretty healthy. So some of them can be good for the other gender, but some of them are unhealthy for both genders. So you just kind of have to think about it a little bit. You just have to be aware of these things, but some of them are good for. But estrogenics aren't quite as huge of a deal as endocrine disruptors, although they still are very much. But they are. But endocrine disruptors literally they also stop estrogen from being produced, so they're bad for both genders. Endocrine disruptors, don't even involve yourself with them, except for trying to decrease them and stuff, everything. So endocrine disruptors are completely bad for everyone. Some estrogenics can be pretty good for women, in foods and stuff. Some of them in foods, but a lot of them are bad for both genders anyway. So both estrogenics and endocrine disruptors can decrease your testosterone and your fertility, whether they're natural or not. Because some of these things that decrease your testosterone are natural. Literally, some of them are naturally found in foods. But whether natural or not, all these things I'll be explaining in this video. Lower your testosterone, you want to avoid them as much as possible. Some things are estrogenic as well as being an endocrine disruptor, but let's just get into honestly, stop wasting time and get into the actual practical knowledge and steps for testosterone and fertility. So the first major topic that I want to go over that is the estrogenics and endocrine disruptors are in is food. The food we eat has a major role in our hormone and reproductive health. It has an effect all the way from what it's wrapped in to what natural substances are naturally found substances in there that decrease your testosterone and fertility. Some foods have estrogen naturally in them that we should avoid as men, but actually are pretty healthy for women since it increases estrogen. So there's actually a few things that have natural, these things called phytoestrogens, which is a plant-based estrogen, and then there's also this other thing called lignans, which are healthy for women, but they're actually healthy for men. Unhealthy for men, sorry. So these foods are flax seeds, soybeans, mint, licorice root. So not only the licorice candy is bad for your testosterone and just your health in general, because actually it has like sugar and everything, but the actual root, the actual licorice root like extract, it actually it has like phytoestrogens in it. So these foods have like a lot of plant-based estrogens. So these are like phytoestrogens and oestrogens and like lignans, which are actually which like try and stop testosterone from being created as much, and then they raise estrogen. So a lot of people may come at me saying like, "Oh, but flax seeds are healthy, bro. You know, tofu has protein." But like, I don't want to hear, bro. I don't want to hear. I mean, if they decrease my testosterone, like, I don't care enough. Like, I don't like eat tofu. Like, I don't care enough about like flax seeds. I don't like them enough to be like, "Oh, but actually flax." Like, I don't care enough. I'll just avoid flax seeds and like soybeans. So, yeah, I don't want to hear it, because if it may decrease my testosterone, I'm just gonna avoid it as much as possible. So now there are foods that decrease your testosterone, but are also just unhealthy in general. Like they're just unhealthy in like the grand scheme of things anyway. But then they also decrease your testosterone, so just avoid these foods totally anyway. But okay, sugar, alcohol, trans fats and like fast food and like processed bullshit. And I bet you weren't expecting this one. So those first three, like the trans fats and the processed food and the sugar and the alcohol, you probably don't, if you're watching this far in the video, you probably don't have a problem with this. So but there's actually like a fourth one, which you might actually still be using, even if you're like on a health like run and everything. If you're on like a health diet and everything, you might still be using this, even though like, because it's so many places it said like, oh, it's so healthy and everything, but it's actually so like unhealthy. These are vegetable oils. I bet you've seen so many places it says like, oh, vegetable oils and seed oils are so good for you because, the heart healthy unsaturated fats. Like, I can't stand people, bro, like that. So these vegetable oils are highly processed anyway. So, like, if you vegetable oils, there's put like a bunch of like chemical solvents and like artificial colors and everything in them, because they would look and taste disgusting if they didn't put that stuff in there. Like I've done some research on this, and it's like, not only is it bad for your testosterone, but it's like bad for you just in general. Like it has like chemicals and stuff in it. It's just so weird stuff. So seed oils especially, so vegetable oils, but seed oils actually especially, because, all like palm oil and rice bran oil are considered vegetable oils, but those are bad as well, like they're still vegetable oils, but seed oils are the worst kind. So palm oil and like rice bran oil and stuff, those are still bad. The only good vegetable oils are olive oil and avocado oil. Those are the only good ones, the only good like oils. And then all the other ones, like the other good ones, are like coconut oil and butter and like ghee, and like, I don't know, like animal fat. So basically the seed oils and vegetable oils, like just vegetable oils in general, because actually olive oil and avocado oil technically aren't vegetable oils because they're fruits or something, but just steer clear of vegetable oils. The only good ones are olive oil and avocado. Those are the only good vegetable oils. So someone might say like, oh, the heart healthy unsaturated fats, seed oils are actually good for you because the unsaturated fats. I mean, that's bullshit. Let's just be like, that's bullshit. Alright, if you really think saturated fats are gonna kill you, just use olive oil. But like, olive oil is fine for your testosterone, but saturated fats not only aren't actually even bad for you, because like there's new research we found like saturated fats aren't even bad, but also it also saturated fat's gonna increase your testosterone a little bit, so they actually increase testosterone. They they're actually healthy for testosterone. So you know, all the guys are gonna say like, oh yeah bro, I'll start cooking in butter and coconut oil and stuff. yeah sure man, I got you coconut oil. So seed oils are bad, but they're cheap. So a lot of foods and things have are cooked in fried in seed oils, and because it's cheap and you know it's marketed as like healthy and everything. But definitely just check the label. Make sure you check in the label for any seed oils. Like for example, okay, if you don't know if you don't know for what an example of a seed oil, if you don't know what seed oils are, vegetable examples of basically seed oils are just like canola oil, rapeseed oil, which are the same things, but canola oil and rapeseed oil are the same thing. Sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, I don't know, there's a bunch of other ones, but just anything with seed oil in it, or like canola oil is another seed oil, and then or like palm oil and rice bran oil, and you know those ones are like vegetable oils. So basically the only oil it should say is like either olive or avocado oil, and if it says or coconut oil. So those are the only 3 oils you should be eating. So seed oils and vegetable oils are bad, so don't be eating those. So butter, coconut oil, especially coconut oil. So because butter actually does contain natural levels of estrogen in them, because because when the cow is naturally lactating, you know, milking, it naturally has more estrogen just because that's the natural way cycle of how it happens. So it naturally has estrogen in it, milk. So milk's another bad one that I forgot to mention. Don't eat milk. Don't drink milk. I mean, I still eat I still eat butter and cheese and you know, Greek yogurt, but I've stopped drinking milk, and eating milk as well, just because it's not it has a lot of estrogen in it. Milk is the worst one. Whole milk is the worst for testosterone in the entire dairy world. So I just cut that out, and that just is a little bit of an up there. But I mean, I still eat Greek yogurt. I'm still gonna eat Greek yogurt, bro. I still eat Greek yogurt for breakfast every day, and I still put cheese on my chicken and everything. But I'd say just don't stop drinking whole milk. Basically, just stop drinking milk. And you can have other dairy stuff. Just cut the milk down, just because that's a little bit of an upstep. So yeah, coconut oil is the best thing to cook in. That's what I cook in all the time. Butter, I'd say olive oil is number 2, then avocado oil, then butter, and then just that's it. So, and then well, I guess there's beef fat and stuff, but lard and everything. But I'd say those are the 4 best ones in order of that. So don't eat seed oils or vegetable oils. So those are so the main things you need to know are flaxseed. So all these things are bad. Flaxseed bad. Most seeds have good amounts of estrogen in them. Flax seeds are the highest. I know sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds and different ones have a good amount of estrogen. I'd say the best seeds are hemp. Well, almonds are technically seeds, but I'm just gonna call them nuts for now. So almonds, chia seeds and hemp seeds. So those chia seeds and hemp seeds have the least amount of naturally occurring estrogen in them. So I'd say those are the two best ones that you should be eating the most. But yeah, seeds in general have like a lot of estrogen. So just only eat, like, I'd say hemp seeds and chia seeds and like almonds. So seed products, and seed oils, right? Those are bad, vegetable oils. Then also just stop eating, where did I put it? Yeah, and then any soy products like soy sauce, tofu, edamame, just soybeans in general. Just any soy products. I don't like soy enough to be like, oh wait, but this is actually, like, I just stop eating soy. Just milk. Like, just cut out the milk. It doesn't have to be, like, all dairy. I still eat Greek yogurt. But just cut out, like, the milk, especially whole milk. Like, it's not the fat that's bad. Like, it's just the estrogen is in the fat, mainly. So, just milk. Just try and cut down your milk. And then licorice. Licorice root, as well as candy. So again, you should be good with sugar and alcohol and, like, that type of stuff. Just because, like, you're probably, like, not... You probably don't have a problem with that if you're this far in the video. Again, like I've said a million times. So, there are some foods that actually boost your testosterone, like, naturally. And I'd say the greatest one is eggs. That's like the simplest way to boost your testosterone is just start eating eggs. Actually, it's not quite the simplest, but the simplest in terms of food. Just start eating like 4 to 8 eggs a day. It has so many testosterone like boosters in it. It's just like it has a ton of dietary cholesterol, which is like a backbone of testosterone. So that boosts it. It has vitamin D. Like a little bit. It has protein, omega-3s, which also have shown to boost your testosterone. So omega-3 pills are good for your testosterone. It's been shown to increase it. So eggs are the best food for testosterone. So I hate eggs. So 4 to 8 eggs a day. It's like I'm like, I can barely eat 4 a day. I hate eggs. You have no idea. I just have to force them down my throat. But, yeah. It's so good. I just force through it because it's so good for your test. It's not like I'm not hungry and I'm, like, forcing it, like, oh, I can't. But, like, I have to, like, try and, like, get it through as fast as possible so I don't taste it because I just hate eggs. But I still eat 4 a day, so... So, some people are gonna say, like, oh, some like, guys, people in our space are gonna say, like, oh, yeah, 4 eggs per day, yeah, bro, of course, yeah, 4 eggs per day, I love eggs, I'll eat some more eggs, bro, 4 eggs per day, I got you, So, other foods for testosterone are fish, meat, and poultry. So, like, just like animal meat. Oysters, because they're high in zinc, which is a testosterone booster. Nuts, definitely nuts. Greens, especially broccoli. Broccoli has a lot of testosterone boosters in it as well. It has like a bunch of magnesium and different stuff in it. So broccoli, and like just other greens as well. And apparently ginger and onions do as well. So yeah, I mean, and again, like saturated fats. So those are some other foods that boost your testosterone. But not only this is the most, I'd say the most important part on it. Like, even the food, not only is what is inside the food and what the food is, it's what it's touching as well. So even if you're eating a healthy diet of, like nuts, like a bunch of nuts, a bunch of meat and veggies and fruit and, some whole grains here and there, and, you're eating like a really healthy diet. But you can still be eating this diet and the food can still be wrapped in plastic, or you can be cooking it on a non-stick pan. So there are 4 chemicals that I will get into. In 2 of them I'll get into more in depth in the next chapter after this one. But there is a chemical. There are 2 chemicals I want to explain to you. I'll just explain them all right now. So they are phthalates, bisphenols, polytetrafluoroethylene. So it's either called PTFE or just it's basically just Teflon, and pesticides. So phthalates, bisphenols, Teflon, pesticides. I will get into phthalates and bisphenols in the next chapter, because that's next chapter is like a whole chapter dedicated to phthalates and bisphenols. So, yeah, but I'll just talk about basically phthalates are just what makes plastic soft, and bisphenols just make it plastic hard. So, food wrapped in plastic, whether soft or hard, is a testosterone killer. So these 4 chemicals are basically called they're the endocrine disruptors. So they're the main endocrine disruptors. There's a few more, but they're the main endocrine disruptors that you want to avoid. So polytetrafluoroethylene is mainly called Teflon, and it is an endocrine disruptor. Have you ever heard of Teflon pans or non-stick pans? Testosterone killer. Kills sperm and testosterone. So, you know pans aren't supposed to be non-stick, right? Metal's not supposed to be non-stick. Guess how to make it non-stick? Put fat on the pan. You don't need to put polytetrafluoroethylene. What are you putting these weird testosterone killing, sperm killing chemicals in my pans, bro? You don't. They put chemicals in there to make it non-stick. These weird endocrine disrupting chemicals just to make it non-stick, to make your life a little bit easier. You make it non-stick by just putting fat on the pan. You can just put oil. When I cook, I don't cook with non-stick pans. Guess why all my food doesn't stick to the pan? Because I put coconut oil. I put fat on there. I put oil on there. So you just put fat on the pan to make it non-stick. You don't need polytetrafluoroethylene. You can just put coconut oil, olive oil, butter, ghee, lard, beef fat, just any fat putting a fat on the pan makes it non-stick. Bo, but I like my non-stick pans. It's easier. Shut the fuck up. If you're willing to sacrifice not only your manhood, but your life's purpose, just to make it a little bit, a tiny bit easier to cook your food, the state of the world, man, where we're willing to sacrifice our bloodline and our health and our purpose just so we can cook our food a little bit easier, just so we don't have to pour some oil on the pan. How hard is it? Why do you need this polytetrafluoroethylene? Put some oil. It's not that hard to just pour some oil or scoop some coconut oil on there. Put some butter on there. It's not that difficult. Also, I just want to note real quick, a lot of butters that advertise as butter are not butter. A lot of them, if it says spreadable, or if it's if it says like spreadable on it, that's coke. It has like grapeseed oil in it. It should check the ingredients list on every butter you buy. It should say like whole, like organic, like something like milk, like just organic milk, or like organic full fat whole milk or something. It shouldn't say like grapeseed oil or canola oil, or like, I can't believe it's not butter. Like, yeah, because it's seed oils. So make sure you're checking the ingredients on a lot of butters, because like they like plant-based butter, and like they put like seed oils and everything on it. It's stupid. So make sure you're checking the ingredients on the butter. It should say like milk, or just like organic like milk or butter or something. So it shouldn't say like seed oil on the thing. So make sure you're checking the ingredients on your butter. Just a note there. So maybe you're saying like with a little bit of aggression now, you know, like, oh yeah, I'll stop using my non-stick pans, you know, I'll buy my stainless steel pans, my iron skillets, and the stainless steel pots and everything. Oh yeah, with like aggression, like, oh. But like, if you don't actually do it, you have to actually you have to actually buy the pan. You have to actually like, oh, it's using with aggression, you know, like, oh, no more non-stick pans, I hate you, non-stick pans, what the fuck you. You have to, first of all, calm down, but second of all, just, here's an actionable step for those people who don't even have, like, if you have, like, pans that aren't non-stick, if you have, like, stick pans, like iron skillets or stainless steel like pots and pans, then just start using those. Stop using your non-stick stuff. But if you if you only have non-stick, if you don't even have stick pans, here's an actionable step for those for you guys. Pause the video right now and literally like pause the video right now and go buy. If you have enough money, just pause the video right now and go buy some like iron skillets, or like some like stainless steel pans or pots, you know. Just go, literally pause the video and go buy it. Like, if you don't have any, go do that right now. Literally go do that right now. So you should by now have either ordered your stick pans, or you should already like have them. And just start using them. So, if you think like there are people willing to sacrifice their health and their literally, like, if you're willing to sacrifice your health, your purpose, your manhood, just so you don't have to like put a little bit of oil on the pan or like fat on the pan. It's like, it sounds stupid now, like, it kind of sounds like pretty stupid, like, what, who would do that, you know, like, what's the point, like, it kind of sounds stupid now, so, just stop using non-stick pans, alright, but there's another thing, so pesticides are basically put on the plant while they're being grown to like stop little insects and pests from like eating the food, or like the plant, or like invading the plant or something. They put like pesticide, like insect killers, like on your like food that you're gonna eat. To think about how like weird that is, how like stupid that is. So like, the thing is, it's so easy to buy the one that just if you're eating healthy, if you're not eating frozen like meal prep, if you're eating healthy, there's gonna be the same exact foods. Like, they're in organic. There's bananas, like normal bananas, and then there's organic bananas right next to them, just like 20 cents more. There's those apples, those gala apples. Then there's the organic gala apples for 40 cents more. There's the 90% beef, ground beef. And then there's the organic grass-fed, non-GMO, 90% ground beef. They have it's the same. You can just buy the organic version, because if you're eating healthy, they always have like an organic version of like the healthy foods, the organic non-GMO. So when you're gonna buy your food, the next time you go to the store, just try and buy the organic non-GMO one. Now, there's a limiting belief in a lot of people's minds. They're saying like, oh, but it costs more, and since you're pretty young, you don't actually know, how budgeting and stuff works. But sure, you have to pay 50 cents more for the organic stuff, but it's too important. It's too important to think about it like this. If you think about it like this, you're basically just paying for a testosterone boost. You're paying a little bit extra so you can increase your testosterone and increase your health and everything. So, when you think about it like that, it's kind of like, whoa, well, actually, I'll go buy the organic version next time. So, even if that doesn't, like, make you like, oh, well, actually, organics now. It's why I think it's so beautiful that when you can make more money than normal people, that means you can buy the organic stuff like without like thinking. You can buy the farm's eggs that doesn't have the plastic, or you can buy the stainless steel, the iron skillets and everything. So it's so much easier, and I think that's just such a beautiful thing about just making a lot more money than normal people. So for this entire chapter, we found a few things. Don't eat seed products. Mainly, like, the only seed things you should be eating are chia seeds and hemp seeds. Not chia oil or hemp oil. Chia seeds and hemp seeds. They have the least estrogen. And almonds. Not almond oil, almonds. So chia seeds, hemp seeds, and almonds are the only seeds you should be eating. And then seed oils are bad, vegetable oils are bad, especially flax seeds. So most seed things just in general, and vegetable oils are bad, except for almonds, chia seeds, and hemp seeds. Any soy products, milk, just cut down on your milk, and licorice, even the natural pure root has estrogen. So then you want to start eating 4 to 8 eggs per day. You want to start eating more nuts, more meat, saturated fats, especially like coconut oil, because they're very healthy for testosterone, especially the eggs. So, and then also take some omega-3 fish oil supplements, because that's good for your testosterone, like omega-3. And especially the eggs. The eggs are the best one, the best testosterone boost you can do. So just start eating 4 to 8 eggs per day. If you get anything from this chapter, well, actually, if you get anything from just like the food itself, start eating 4 to 8 eggs per day. It's the best testosterone boost, I'd say. And try to start getting foods without plastic wrapping, which is very difficult. I'm still trying after 2 months, so I'm still trying to find like the non-plastic stores and everything, but try and buy the foods without the plastic. If you can't, then fair enough. That's fine, but just try your best to try and find the non-plastic stuff. Don't cook with non-stick pans. Just put fat on them that makes them non-stick. And buy the organic non-GMO version of the same foods you already buy. So that's the food chapter. So I briefly explained phthalates and bisphenols in the last chapter, but I didn't really go in depth with them. And I didn't really like explain what they were in and like how to avoid them, and I didn't go like in depth with them. So basically, I'm just gonna this is basically just an entire chapter dedicated to those two like chemicals and what they're in and everything. So look around your room. Try and count the amount of things in there that are plastic. Just try to do it right now. You'll see, like, that's plastic, that's like, they're, like, I'm not even gonna try, like, there's, like, at least like 30 things on my shelf over here that's plastic. Literally, you can't, I mean, you'll probably get too bored to try to finish actually counting. Like if you actually try to count everything in your room that's plastic, you'll probably get too bored to finish. Like you'll probably get too bored to finish counting the amount of things in your room that are plastic. You'll just say like, oh, I get the point, there's a lot of things in it. Like, you'll get too bored to finish. You'll just... That's how much plastic, like, you literally, like, be counting for a couple hours at least, just in your room. And then, like, go in your bathroom. The bottle of shampoo, the soap dispenser, the hand sanitizer, the toilet seat, the toothbrush, the toothpaste. It's all in plastic. So, if you actually spent the time trying to count the amount of things that are plastic in your entire house, everything that's plastic in your entire house, it would take more than the entire day. It would take at least, like, an entire day, and then, like, probably more than that as well. So, and not only is plastic in the things you know that it's in, like, oh yeah, this is a plastic bag, like, oh yeah, this is, like, a plastic cup, this is well yeah, obviously that's plastic, but, like, it's in things you don't even know. Your bed sheets, your pillowcases, your clothes that you're wearing right now, your blanket. It's in the things you don't even realize as well. Like, oh yeah, you can see, like, oh, that's a plastic bag, like, on the shelf over there. But, I mean, I have cotton sheets because I bought cotton sheets. But, like, this is plastic. Like, my clothes are plastic. I'm still trying to, like, obviously, like, I don't have enough money to buy, like, a whole new wardrobe right now. But, like, you wouldn't expect, like, this, like, polyester is plastic. Like, you wouldn't expect... There's a lot more plastic than you think in your house. And, your keyboard, your mouse, your phone case... the toothbrush... There's plastic everywhere. The plastic bottles. It's like you can't escape it, honestly. It's like you can't escape it. Check the little tag on your clothes. 100% recycled polyester. Oh, but it's recycled, so it's fine. Shut the fuck up. It's plastic. Polyester is plastic. Nylon, elastane, spandex, all these things are plastic. So why is plastic bad? I've been going on this rant about, the amount of things that are plastic in your house. So why is plastic actually bad? Like I said, there are these two chemicals that I was talking about, phthalates and bisphenols, that basically just make plastic like how it is. So phthalates are what makes plastic like soft and like elastic. So things like plastic bags, your clothes, the stretchy, like soft type of plastic, that's phthalates. There's phthalates in there. But not only is phthalates in plastic, like soft plastics, but they're in fragrances, deodorants, aftershaves, soaps, shower items and stuff. So I know this chapter is about plastic, and it is, but phthalates, the chemicals that make plastic soft and elastic, are also in fragrances. So if you have like if you've bought like some like Chanel freaking Noir fragrance, it probably has phthalates and other weird ass chemicals in it. If you have like soap in your shower that has like vanilla scent, and it says on the back like fragrance, it has phthalates and other weird chemicals in it. The only the only way something should have fragrance is if it says like on the back or like has in it specifically like essential oil or like root extract or like fruit tincture, like vanilla fruit tincture. It shouldn't say like fragrance. It should say vanilla fruit tincture or bergamot essential oil or like 100% pure like ashwagandha root extract. Like not ashwagandha. That's like a dietary supplement, but you know what I mean. Like, so it should only say like those things. It shouldn't say like fragrance, because you know why they put fragrance on the back? You know why they just put fragrance in one word as on the ingredient list? It's because they wouldn't fit the ingredients on the bottle. There's so many chemicals and weird shit in there. It wouldn't fit on the ingredient list, so they have to put just like fragrance, because it wouldn't fit on the ingredient. It wouldn't fit on the bottle. Literally, there's that. It's just they have to put fragrance because it literally wouldn't fit on the bottle. So they just put a bunch of weird chemicals, including phthalates, in there, which is an endocrine disruptor. And so if it doesn't say like specifically like vanilla like fruit extract, like vanilla, essential oil extract, or like like essential oil, or more like essential oil and like extracts of like real like I don't know, like mint leaf extract or something. So most fragrances are just bullshit. So, and also the soaps and just like deodorants, most deodorant, like spray-on deodorants, are so bad for you. A bunch of phthalates in there. Yeah, so any fragrance, deodorants, aftershave, like perfumes, colognes, most like shower, like most soaps, most like hand sanitizer and everything. So not hand sanitizer, but like you know what I mean, right? You get the point. So phthalates are in every soft plastic. So if it's soft plastic, it has to have phthalates in it, or else it wouldn't like be soft plastic. It would be like liquid or something. So it has to have phthalates in it if it's like soft plastic. So like it can't say like phthalates free if it's soft plastic, because it has to have phthalates to be soft. So that's either a cap or I don't know, they put some other weird shit in there. So it basically, soft plastic is just bad in general. And also fragrances and like cosmetic type stuff has a bunch of phthalates in it. So, but what about bisphenols? Now, not to get confused with polyphenols, which are nutrients found in plant foods that actually help block estrogenics from invading you. So polyphenols are actually like nutrients in like food, but bisphenols are like chemical compounds that are endocrine disruptors, basically. So bisphenols are what make plastic hard. So plastic tubes, plastic bottles, plastic containers, jars, anything that's plastic and like hard, has bisphenols. So, you might have heard of, notice how I didn't say bisphenol A, or like BPA. Notice how I said bisphenols, just in general. That's because BPA is just a type of it's just one of the most common bisphenol. There's like bisphenol S, there's bisphenol, bro. BPA free is such a cope, because there's like more than, there's like 10 bisphenol, like there's BPA, there's BPS, there's BPF, there's BPZ, there's BPB, there's AF, there's BPC, BPE, BPM, BPP, BPPH, BPTA. Like, bro, what are these, like, you can't be, like, saying, like, oh, you know, BPA free and shit. Like, it has BPS, and if it says, like, BPS or BPF free, it has BPZ or some other bisphenol. So, any hard plastic has, like, bisphenols in it, because any hard plastic has to have bisphenols, or else it wouldn't be hard. So, don't believe, like, bisphenol A free, like, it's just cap, alright? It's just cope. So, even if it says, like, BPA free, it has BPS. Even if it says BPS free, it has BPF. Even if it's BPF free, it has BPZ or BPC or BPE. Like, it's cap, alright? Just, it's cope. So, it's basically, like, but again, like phthalates, BPA is, like, just bisphenols in general, but BPA is in other things as well. So, like, it's in, like, epoxy resins, which basically, like, can coat some like, food cans. So, I mean, some other things as well, but, so even if the can isn't plastic, it may be a can with, like, epoxy resin, which has BPA. Shatterproof windows, eyewear, so BPA, it's basically almost impossible to escape. But like I said, it's almost. Notice how I said almost. Let's do a little visualization with our minds real quick. Visualize your future wife. Close your eyes right now, right? Visualize your future wife. Maybe you guys have a rule that, avoid plastic at all costs. You don't buy anything with plastic on it. You have, like, this rule where it's like plastic is forbidden. And, maybe we don't drink tap water, like, it's not impossible. I mean, think about this. Maybe you buy from a local farm, and you say, like, oh, guys, just don't wrap it in plastic. Maybe you're, like, good friends with them. You're like, oh, guys, I'm actually, like, allergic to plastic, like, or something. You can just say like that. You can just say you're allergic to plastic. Just say, like, oh, I don't use plastic. Can you, like, wrap it in the like, can you just put it in the glass or something? Just say don't wrap it in plastic. You can, maybe you have the local butcher shop or something, and you say just don't put it in plastic. Maybe you guys don't go to normal supermarkets, or eat this weird food. It's not impossible. It's not, like, literally impossible. Maybe you guys only buy bamboo toothbrushes. You only use non-estrogenic soap bars, use extra virgin olive oil, to cook your beef or chicken that's in a glass bottle. So basically just, I mean, it's possible, but that place will be very hard to get to. Trust me. And I'm willing to help you along the way, honestly. I'm willing to help you along the way, because I'm still on this journey myself. So I'm willing to teach you the ways and how I've done it. You know, I progress a little bit above you, you progress, like, I can just tell you what I've done, and, I mean, I can just give you the advice that, I'm willing to take you along the journey with me if you would like to, because, I agree that it is very important. So basically, just think of it this way. All plastic is bad. Plastic equals bad. You know, just plastic are bad. Plastics are bad. Just try your best not to use plastic when you can. Try your best just to not use plastic. Like, you try your best to use the least plastic as possible. Just simple as that. Don't be checking the back to see, like, oh, does it have estrogenic shit in it? Like, no, just don't use plastic. It's simple as that. Also, don't use, like, weird fragrances. Make sure it says, like, essential oil or extract or some natural shit, right? But you should be fine with, like, the epoxy resin shit, like, because it's mainly on, like, food cans. So, like, the weird canned, like, baked beans or something, like, what? Again, like, if you're this far in the video, you probably don't have a trouble with, like, canned baked beans, like, buying that, unless, like, so, again, it's probably not a problem for you. So, just plastics are bad, you know, don't buy those weird fragrances. Any type of plastic. Don't, like, be like, oh, is this type of, like, just don't use plastic. Try your best, right? So, there are some more chemicals and endocrine disruptors that you need to avoid that I'll just breeze through real quick. So, the first one is antimicrobials, or, like, soaps and hand sanitizer. So if you check the back label, it might say, like, active ingredient, and then some, like, weird name that you can't pronounce, and then it says, like, antimicrobial. That's most likely an endocrine disruptor. The tap water has birth control hormones in it, because when women, like, don't want to have children for, like, some health reason, or they just, I don't know, they take this birth control pill that, like, messes up their hormones a lot. Then they piss that out, and since it's a hormone, it doesn't get, like, filtered out in the water, like, filtration system. So there's, like, birth control hormones in your tap water. So what you can do is save up for a reverse osmosis water filter, which is basically just like an RO, like, so it's called a reverse osmosis water filter, an RO water filter. And that filters out the hormones, and as well as the fluoride, which is also bad for your testosterone. Oh, by the way, so any toothpaste with fluoride, estrogenic. Everyone says, oh yeah, fluoride is anti-cavity and, you know, it whitens your... That's actually not true. It just gives, like, a false whiteness to it. There's, like, research that says that. So don't listen to your dentist when they say, like, oh, you should use fluoride for your teeth, and, you know, it's healthy, and you know, it's healthy for them, it strengthens your teeth. Like, bro, they don't actually, like, so they don't even know, like, they don't really know about anything about testosterone, so don't really listen to that. Now someone's gonna come at me and say, like, oh, but they're qualified, you know, and they went to college for 8 years, but yeah, but did they major in testosterone studies and, you know, sperm quality? Like, nah, man, they just saw whether their teeth was white after the study or something. So don't listen to your doctor, even if you went to medical school. So fluoride is bad. This isn't a chemical or anything, but when your crotch gets warmed up too much, basically it kills, like, 50% of your sperm. So try not to warm up your balls too much. Also, when you sit down, so don't take hot showers, hot baths, or, like, saunas. Like, well, okay, saunas are actually good for you, except for, like, your sperm. So you can just put, like, an ice pack or something over your lap, and that would honestly work. So you can just do that. Also, when you sit down for too long, it warms up your balls too much, so then that's messed up. So try to sit down for less than 4 hours a day, which is another thing the school system fucks you up with. So instead of me listing out a million things, there's a questionnaire. There's, like, a questionnaire that I found. Credit to Hamza Ahmed, which you can search up on YouTube. I'll try and put it in the description if it'll be in the description if I can remember to put it there, but probably not. So just search it up if it's not in the description. So there are 21 questions that you can copy from the description, which I'll actually remember to put there because it's more. Anyway, I'll put them in the description. Trust me. You can copy them from the description. Just put them in your notes or a notepad or just save them on your computer. Just save the questions on a computer, a notepad on your computer. And when you overcome one of these things, you can lower your score. It's kind of like a game. It's pretty cool. So anyway, the more yeses that you have on this questionnaire, the worse your score is. The lower your score is. So the more yeses you have, the more your score is, and the worse your score is. Anyway, so you want a less score. So the first one is: do you ever keep your phone in your pocket? This is a bit of a kind of controversial-ish one, but it's actually true that electromagnetic radiation from your phone can it's really bad for your testosterone and your sperm. So just visualize putting your phone in your pocket. How far away is it from your balls? An inch maybe? It's not that far. And that electromagnetic radiation, going in all in there, and with this little thin piece of fabric in between, radiation can go through a bunch of shit. So it really kills your sperm anyway. So a lot of people are oh, there's a debate a couple years ago. You might have heard where there was people oh yeah, don't put your phone in your pocket. The radiation from it. Keep it on airplane mode and everything. And then there was the other group was oh no, it's actually not bad. The research and stuff. But we have found it is very harmful for you. So just don't put your phone in your pocket ever again. Also, the time, it's not even time oriented, which basically means even if you put it in there for just a couple minutes a day, that's still has the same effect as an hour. So it doesn't really matter. Just I'd say 10 minutes a week is too much. So just don't put your phone in your pocket. So where you may be asking where do I put it? Well, for me myself, I just hold it. So here, hold on. I just hold it like this. When I'm walking, I just hold it like this. While I'm walking, I can just hold it like this. Just walking around and stuff. I can just hold it like this. It's not that it's not that difficult. It's just hold it. And then if someone says oh, what if someone steals it or something? If someone's gonna steal your phone out of your hand, then it's gonna get stolen from your pocket anyway. Let's be honest, bro. It'd probably be harder to steal from your hand, because in your pocket, you see pickpocketers and everything. That's really common, right? So you can easily take it from your pocket. If it's in your hand, you got your grip on it, and you're it's a full-on battle now. Trying to. So it would be harder to steal from your hand. Honestly, I'd say. So just hold it. Just don't put your phone in your pocket ever again. So, do you keep your phone in your pocket? Yes or no? Also, again, if a thief is looking to steal someone's phone, he's not gonna be oh yes, his phone's not in his pocket, now I can go steal it. Oh no, he put it in his pocket. Dang it! Now I gotta go get someone else's phone. That's not gonna happen. Okay, so do you keep your phone in your pocket? Yes or no? That's the first question. Do you keep Wi-Fi or cell service on your phone? Yes or no? Again, the radiation from your phone can mess up your testosterone. So basically, do you use your phone normally? Yes or no? So just keep your phone on airplane mode. Literally keep your phone on airplane mode when you're not using it. And just if you need to use it, just turn off airplane mode and then do what you're going to do. And then once you're done, just put it back on. Just put airplane mode back on. So this one I actually can't do because my dad actually kind of rages at me when I like miss his call and I can call him an hour after or something. So I kind of like have to deal with it. So it's kind of messed up, but yeah, it's pretty annoying. But I just have to deal with it, you know. Try and figure out a solution to this, but I don't know. Yeah. So do you keep Wi-Fi or cell service on your phone? Yes or no? Do you keep Wi-Fi on your computer? Yes or no? You may ask, but how do I use my computer if there's no Wi-Fi? Like, I don't use Wi-Fi on it. There's actually this thing called an Ethernet cable, where basically you can plug your PC, like, with this, like, you can buy this, like, really long cable, like, 50 meter long cable, and, like, and basically you can just, like, run it all the way down, like, downstairs under your, like, internet box. I used to actually have this. I don't have it anymore because we moved, and then, like, we put the internet, like, all the way in the basement, like, way in the other room. So we're still trying to find a way to get it up to my room, but, yeah, you can just buy, like, a really long Ethernet cable and plug it down, onto your internet box. Also, it gives you, like, less, like, no lag and, like, no ping, because you're literally directly plugged into the internet, so there's, like, no lag. Anyway, because I have experience with it, so there's no lag. Anyway, that's another plus. So, yeah, yes or no? That's the third question. Do you wear a smartwatch for more than 1 hour a day? Yes or no? Do you have is Wi-Fi or cell service on that smartwatch? Yes or no? Do you drink tap water? Yes or no? Again, there's birth control hormones and fluoride and chlorine in it, so save up for reverse osmosis water filter. That'll get, which is pretty expensive, so make sure you save up. It is very important though, so save up for reverse osmosis water filter. Do you frequently touch plastics? Yes or no? Do you frequently eat or drink out of plastic? Like plastic water bottles, food wrapped in plastic, meal prep and stuff? Yes or no? Do you smoke? Yes or no? Do you drink alcohol? Yes or no? No, probably not. Do you use normal deodorant, perfume, aftershave? Again, the fragrance has like phthalates, so buy the deodorant in the sticks with the lavender essential oil or the sandalwood, the natural real shit, right? So yes or no? Do you often sit next to people who wear the unnatural chemical fragrances because you're like breathing in those chemicals that like in phthalates? So yes or no? Do you kiss women who wear makeup? Most of them have like weird chemicals again. So buy her the ones with like natural shit, like the natural. If you can find any like the natural makeups or something, if it's like that important. Do you use product to style your hair? I know I used to. Yes or no? I don't anymore though. Do you use normal toothpaste with fluoride and like the weird like chemicals and phthalates and like do you use the normal toothpaste with like fluoride in it? Yes or no? Like in the plastic also. Yes or no? Do you use normal like cosmetics and body wash and like shampoo and conditioner with chemicals and phthalates in them? Yes or no? Like the normal ones. Do you wear normal clothes that have like polyester, nylon, elastane, spandex, basically anything other than like cotton or wool? Yes or no? Do you sit down for more than 4 hours a day? Yes or no? Do you take hot showers, baths, or saunas without the cold pack on your lap? Yes or no? Are you fat, which is just over 20% body fat? So people are going to be like, oh yeah, 20% body fat's actually not that bad. You're fat, alright, if you're 20% body fat. Let's be honest, you're fat if you're 20% body fat. So are you over 20% body fat, yes or no? Are you underweight or below 10% body fat? So the range you should be in is like 10 to 20% body fat for like healthy human being. But are you like underweight or below 10% body fat, yes or no? Because they're like health risks come with like being below 10% or above 20%. But, or are you underweight just in general? Yes or no? So just use this questionnaire as like a reference. You know, the goal score is 0. It's very hard again, but it's possible. Currently, I'm at a score of like 5, and by the end of this year, I'm trying to get to 2 or 3. I used to score 12 though, so you know, I've made some progress. So you don't have to remember all this all of this information I just gave you in this entire long video. Just use this questionnaire as like a reference, you know, save it on your computer. It's down in the description, right? And just try and lower your score, you know, slowly as much as possible. It's kind of like a video game, but in real life, you know, lowering your score in this like testosterone test. And plus you get higher testosterone and you can try and lower your score. So it's actually kind of fun and everything. So yeah, it's like perfect. So yeah, just use this questionnaire as like a kind of like a game and try and lower your score, you know, get the lowest score possible. So yeah, just try and do all these things that try and use this questionnaire as your reference, because that's literally like, I kind of do remember this stuff because I've done like that much research on it, but I just use this question, like I literally have like this questionnaire in my notepad thing where I do my scripts and everything. I have it in my notepads, so literally I can just go on there, and when I like overcome like one of these things, I like lower my score by 1. I'm like, yes, like I lower my score. It's really fun. So yeah, just use the questionnaire as like that's like perfect. Like for me, I found it to be like really helpful. So just use this questionnaire as like your reference. You don't have to remember all this information and everything. Yeah, and that's like the entire video, man. It's a long one again today. And this took me like 3 days to record, so, and like about a week to do everything. So I'd say just be grateful for all this information. Like I'm grateful. I've done like hours and like over 15 hours of research on this topic and this stuff, and I've just tried and done my best to put it in like the shortest video possible, like an hour and 30 minutes long. All this knowledge and information that you can just literally just like take action on like real quick. Like you can literally just do this. You can literally just use this small questionnaire that took like months and months of like, if not like years, to find all this research. You can literally just use this questionnaire as just like a little guide you can follow. So I'm really grateful for only the 15 hours that I had to do, over like months and months that it took to find all this research, you know, put it into this like long book and everything. So, and then you should be even more grateful because it's just like this hour-and-a-half long video that you can literally watch like here for free on YouTube. So I'd say just be grateful for all this research and information that I've just put in this video, this step-by-step video for you that you can easily follow very easily with this questionnaire. So yeah, I'd say just be grateful. Anyway, that's it. Peace out. See you in the next video.